I'm trying a new recipe tonight, and I thought maybe you'd like to try it with me. It's a sheet pan recipe, and I always think those are great because everything's just in one pan. And it's chicken, potatoes, and cauliflower. So, let's get started. Begin by heating your oven to 425. Now I'm going to spray an 18 by 13 pan with cooking spray. In a large bowl, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I've mixed them all up together, and now I'm going to add the potatoes. They said to use baby potatoes and new potatoes quartered. I don't have that, but I'm going to substitute. The potatoes I have are kind of small, so I'm just going to substitute them, and I'm going to cut them into either quarters or thirds or anything to make them all the same size. There was only one that was a little bit bigger that I had to cut down. And now I'm going to add some cauliflower. I don't have fresh cauliflower, so I'm going to use frozen. I think that this is the kind of recipe that you can get away with doing that. The recipe calls for 1 pound of potatoes and 1/2 pound of cauliflower. But, like I said, since I'm cutting it down, since it's just Joe and me eating this, I think that I've gotten away with about half that. The bag of cauliflower was 12 ounces, and I put about 6 ounces in here. And just used 4 small potatoes. So now I'm going to toss them in this melted butter with the salt and pepper until they're all coated. The recipe says to make sure that the potatoes are skinned side down, and I've done that. And now I'm going to pop it in the oven for 16 to 18 minutes. I'll check it after 16. Okay, it's been 16 minutes, and I pulled out the potatoes and cauliflower. In the same bowl, I've put another 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and this time 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Mixed it all together, and now we're going to add the chicken. The recipe calls for boneless, skinless chicken breast. I don't have that. I have bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and that's what I'm using. I'm sure it's going to be fine. There's nothing wrong with using what you have in these recipes because it usually works out. And if it doesn't, you know for next time. I've tossed the chicken in that melted butter mixture that's completely covered. I put it on the pan, the same pan as the potatoes and cauliflower. And I had a little bit left in the bowl of the melted butter. I poured that on top, and now this whole pan goes back in the oven for another 25 minutes. Okay, I've pulled it out again. Chicken looks pretty good. The potatoes and cauliflower look good, so the only thing I need to do now is add the spinach. I have some chopped spinach on here. It goes back in the oven for 1 to 2 minutes, and I'll set the table while I'm doing that. It looks good. Now I'm just going to add some parsley and thyme on top of it. And here it is. I'm going to ask Joe what he thinks. Well, Joe, good or not? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Good, of course.
So this recipe is a keeper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.